Now, had to pick what kind of competition I wanted to do. So, I get to looking, land on USPSA. What did you notice about all three of those guns as I say USPSA? So, I kind of landed in my, where I wanted to be a little late. If you notice, now this one is removable, but compensator. Match X, compensator. Spectre Comp, compensator. Now, the idea that I had, and you may say, Will, why'd you do this? The idea that I had is if I went ahead with the compensator will help me stay flat. I'm a new shooter. Well, I'm not a new shooter. I'm new to competitions. I need every advantage that I can have. I'm also one that likes to fine tune before, not just during, which is why I know so much about the bullets, because like me and the guy, Mr. Tom, he's teaching me how to load bullets. So we're hand loading these, and we fine tune the powder and everything to try to keep it as flat as possible. Trying to give myself every edge. And I know it doesn't matter much, which we'll get into, with me being new. Being new, the most important thing is being safe. But as you can see, across the board, I have guns with compensators. So I'm like heavily invested at this point. So got to figure out what I want to do. Why is that a big deal? Why is having a compensator a big deal if I'm going to shoot USPSA? It's because that's where the compensator puts me in the big boy bracket. And it's not that I don't want to be in the big boy bracket. I'd love to run open one day, but especially like this match that I just went to, my first match ever, and there's some videos of my 2 stages. But seeing the guys that run and open, there's 2 of them, they probably got $10,000 guns, and their gun doesn't move. Even with the compensator and fine-tuned ammo, my guns still do have a little bit of whip. I mean, there's a little bit of muzzle rise, and theirs just don't move at all. So these guns, even though they're great guns, recommend them, love them, gonna keep them, gonna shoot them, they're not for the category that I would want to probably be in as a new guy. Now, the category that I'm in as a new guy is a category that most everybody seems to be in, which is limited optics. Thus, did my research, and it ended up landing on the Staccato HD P4.5. Part of me wonders if I should have went with the 5, or like if I should have went with the XL Staccato. But man, I really like this gun. This gun runs 147 like nobody's business. And check out my other video, because we just put these Springer Precision base plates on +3 and upgraded the internal springs. But this is the Staccato. I have got the host plate from Staccato, and I am running the 5 MOA SRO from Trichicon. I mean, this bad boy just sits still and is as buttery smooth as you could think. I mean, it's everything you think it is. The trigger feels good, so I highly recommend the Staccato. I know it's kind of jumping out there a little bit. A couple of other guns that, you know, I would say honorable mention, only because I don't own one currently. Don't know that I would have bought the Staccato and spent all this money if I'd have known, just like kind of like with the Witness, with the Match X, if I'd have known that Kimber was coming out with the DS Warrior, might have waited and not spent all this money. This was also about the same time as the K211, but at the time the K211s, the ones that I could get my hands on, were all compensated, and I wasn't going to go down that road again. If I'm going to run a compensated one, I'm going to run one of these. But great gun, love it. So back to Black Scorpion gear. So like I said, it's a quick connect system. They have different colors. I'm a big proponent of red. I love red. This one just locks right into place. Everything's ready to go. These, for the most part, come pretty ready to go. Black Scorpion gear, I did reach out to them. Once again, shout out to them guys. Not a sponsor, but they have great customer service. They don't have a staccato HD. And so I did lots and lots and lots and lots of research because I was really disappointed in that. That's not on them. When they responded back, they said they've been trying to get their hands on one, but they just hadn't been able to. What I did find out is that the staccato HD series and the Walter PDP share the same Kydex style footprint. So what I went with was the Walter, and she really fits almost like a glove. And when I say that, it's because I had to take this screw out and I shaved down that bushing because the Walter seems to be a little bit wider, so the gun was in and out too easy. So I can still adjust that to make it come out in and out but easily. But I wanted to have a little bit tighter, a little snugger fit, so I cut that down, but that fixed my problem. So on this side, also running Black Scorpion gear. These are, it's kind of like a hybrid. They do have magnets that hold the mags in place, so as you see. But they also kind of have these pockets that they sit down in. So you don't have to really worry about them getting knocked off. You know, you also can set your hand on them. Front magnet for ready set for getting ready. Because you can't start a match with a magazine in your holster. If you'll notice, the belt itself is not Black Scorpion gear. I'm a big guy. I like my belts to be tight. So I went with the Double Alpha Academy ratchet belt system. It comes with the inner belt. I love this. I still haven't decided. I've had a lot of people tell me that they run their ratchet in the back. Right now, as you can see, mine's in the front. I kind of like that because as the stage goes, or as I went, there was a couple times where I did, adjust up and tighten during that stage just to kind of get a little more snug fit. But I really like the setup. I love this belt. I love Black Scorpion gear. I know I've mismatched products, but I think that's kind of part of it. Now, in my last video, I kind of talked about this briefly, but it taught me that I needed one of these. I needed something. I needed something to help me load magazines. So what I ran into is it was like 20 degrees and I'm over here trying to load magazines. My hands are shaking and my finger is almost burning. That's how bad it was hurting. I mean, it felt absolutely awful. So what I have learned here is that I need to be able to load magazines considerably easier. So we're gonna learn how to do this together. 2, which would be 5. So you put your magazine in, and Tom is who put me onto this. But these are 147 grain, loaded with power pistol, running at 900 feet per second. But you drop a bullet in. Oh, it was off screen. Goodness gracious. Okay, so put the mag in, figure out what number it is. So this one's number 5. You crank this down so it's tight. Take your bullet. Push your bullet in. If I can do this. Yeah, push your bullet in. Boom. Gone. Do it one more time just so we can all see. Uh-oh, you gotta push that up when you do it. So you're pushing that little gray thing up, push it in, all the way till it's closed, boom. Then, you're using your whole hand. You're not burning your fingers or hurting your fingers. I mean, even the little ones that come with the magazines, they suck. Let's call it what it is. They suck. Last bit of advice, because we're coming up on 20 minutes here. Last bit of advice is I did buy myself a case when all this was running. And I'm gonna show that to you real quick. So So I bought this case from Harbor Freight and cut the grooves out, so I can give myself some space. Run multiple guns just in case it's a malfunction. I can take multiple with me. Got a place for ammo. I can put this in it. Good, bad, right? Good, bad. Didn't know. Guns, you have a safe area, so guns have to stay in a bag all the way to the safe area. You can do whatever you need to do there. Check your gun, lubricate your gun, holster your gun, but it has to stay in the bag until it goes in the holster. No mag. In order to compete, because I didn't have a little bag, I had to take that whole thing to the wall with me. All right, and you're like, well, hey, just take a little bag. I can't even swap it from that to like the staccato bag. I can't even swap it because until you're in that safe zone, you can't touch the gun at all. I can't even take it out and put it in the other bag. So I'm currently on the hunt for a good range bag. But take all this, you see all this money that I have invested, and I'm not a rich guy. I'm not. Take what you have and go and shoot a match. You don't need a belt. You don't need mag holsters. You don't need a fancy quick connect. You don't need a staccato. You may want a staccato, but you don't need a staccato. Go shoot what you have and let the people there help you. These were probably the most friendly people that I've ever met. Gave me advice, watched my first stage, gave me some advice, talked to them about like, hey, what kind of mag extensions, got some recommendations, gave me pointers, gave me advice on try to go super fast on your first go, take it easy, learn the system and be safe, and then work on speed and accuracy. So I welcome you, one, to follow this journey with me because I'm gonna give you some updates, but two, I welcome you to take what you got and go hit the range, go kind of get used to get that recoil sensation, try to minimize it the most as possible, and then just find your local match, and then be dedicated to it. And you're gonna have a great time. But for more content like this, subscribe to Daily Concealed Will, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video.